It's the level of competition for me. Two battlers locked in a verbal annihilation, a dog fight. You bring in the bars, you bring in the wordplay, the attributes that makes the battle grand. It's the breakdown, baby. Get your guards up. Fuck with us one night a week. Salute.
I was also wanting to say too, I like, and I've been saying that to everybody, but I just noticed the route that you're taking, and I hope you continue with that. You had Duchess and Bonnie, one of the starters when you first, when RBE was building. Now you're bringing in these monumentals. You had QB, you had Arsenal, now you have 40, and I felt like QP could have did better, but I felt like 40 was on point. How much more are we doing? Are we getting Qleen in C3?
Qleen and C3 is on the table. Me and C3 is talking about that. I'm pretty sure if the timing was right, Qleen would be down because it's about time for RBE and Qleen to get some work in.
What about a 2-on-2? Qleen and QP versus E-Hart and C3, because Qleen and Hart was talking about doing something too.
I wouldn't do that 2-on-2. You know what I'm saying? I think 2-on-2s could be very, very entertaining, but as far as booking them, I'm not huge on them. I really, really would like the first 2-on-2 if RBE books one to be with Show Off or Ahdi. I would really like that. I would really like that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the trend that we're on, I'm glad you mentioned Duchess versus Bonnie because that's the history. That battle was booked fourth quarter 2013 when we started our channel.
Come on, Ahdi, you know I fucked with you. Quit playing. You know this.
Real shit. And it's just the trend that we've always been on. And some of that, I'll be honest, like some of that came from my prior situation when I was working with Battle Rap Media. Battle Rap Media was more targeted towards the ladies. You know, so some of my money was involved in booking those battles. You know what I'm saying? And when me and Shaka started RBE, we felt no need to walk away from female battle rap. I mean, we haven't had as many intergender battles. You know, I know a lot of people see that Arsenal versus QB, which was, you know, kind of big. You know, everybody wanted to see that. But but I like the ladies versus each other just as much. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna we did that day one, and there's no reason for us to change that. We've always fucked with the ladies, and we always will. Shout out to everybody that fucks with the ladies. You know what I'm saying?
And that I kind of want to turn because I brought that in to segue into something else in regards to female battle rap because you are overall all-purpose battle rap. But speaking of the ladies, like I've been kind of on my soapbox about this. You know, some of the guys, we don't fuck with female battle rap, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like it's necessary for the females to go that next level. I feel like it's, you know what I mean? They really, not all of them have battled each other, like the starting Queen of the Ring girls. You still have a few matches that we still want to see. But to me, I feel like for them, you know, in the beginning, the Arsenals, the Hollows, the Verves, Hitmans, all of them were able to culture themselves on different platforms, different type of battlers. We become more diverse. I feel like the females are still in that one lane. And I feel like for them to ascend, they need that. And they need that on their profiles. So that's why I say the intergender battles need to be more consistent throughout for the females.
I think that actually hurts female battle, to be quite honest. Yeah. Because, you know, what you're doing is you're setting the standard of success that's not going to go away. For a female battle rapper, female battle rapper to be, you know, quote unquote, really dope, she got to be the dude. And it shouldn't have to be that way. You know, what I think female battle rap is missing is what he was saying earlier about gems, that personality, that, you know, the ones that's really going to put in the work in between. Because the ones that put in the work now is more on a transitioning from battle rap to mainstream, as opposed to somebody that's not necessarily right there, but still putting their personality out there on a more consistent basis. I think they need to develop their own superstars so that further on, that'll never, men is we routine, so once we see something and we already, let's not fuck around. It's sexism in battle rap. So we already.
Well, and that's what I was going with it. I was waiting for you to finish, but that's exactly where I was going with it, and that's what it sounds like to me. Damn it.
Right, but that's basically promoting the sexism argument. That's basically saying she ain't shit until she battle with dude, and it shouldn't be that way.
Well, see, and that's
but here's why y'all are both right. Y'all are both right. On Wing's side, you're right, because female versus female, it almost created its own niche. Almost like it was siloed off, you know what I'm saying? Which can be a good thing, because when it has the right spotlights at the right times, then women just get all the exposure, and then it just further blows up their fan base and their following within battle rap and within real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, and that's why I say y'all both right, when you battle the fellas, it breaks down the walls of the sexism that you're saying. And that's because women in certain cases will never get as much light or as much respect as men. So, for example, imagine how many people in comparison watch the NBA versus the WNBA. But if they started playing each other and the WNBA team started winning some of the games, I bet you they would get a much larger fan base.
That's fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it depends. And behind the scenes, you'd be surprised. A lot of these top-tier women at this point, I talk to them, at this point, they want to battle the fellas because they feel that battling the fellas gives them a little bit more of a breakout in terms of respect, fan base, and even views, because the guys are still viewed more than the girls. Let's just speak the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a win-win, but as long as female battle rap still maintains its own identity and you're still getting good female versus female battles, I think both is great for the culture.
I feel like Bonnie is a really good example where people feel like Bonnie is not the best bar-wise. Bonnie is flourishing in battle rap. I mean, how many other girls have went over to Australia or been overseas to battle yet? You don't have many. You see what I'm saying? Where you would think 40, you know what I mean? You would think 40. You have Official who just battled a legend, but they need to still continue to ascend at least. But the great part about it is they're not messed up about coming back battling the up and comers either.
But Bonnie does, and I'm speaking from somebody that not only watches the game closely, but works with these people behind the scenes and knows how they move. Bonnie does things that a lot of these girls don't do. You know what I'm saying? Number one, she promotes herself, daily, consistently. You know what I'm saying? Whether she's on her gram or whatever, you can't go to her gram and not see a post that didn't happen hours ago. Forget days and weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So she keeps her promo moving real consistently. But business-wise, Bonnie keeps her business in a way where it's not hard to deal with her. I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about communications. I'm talking about being open-minded. You know what I'm saying? So you can call Bonnie and be like, yo, what do you think about Carter Beams? That happened on King of the Dot. And I'm sure, because I have similar conversations with her, she's like, I guess I could see where we could have a good battle. Let me take it on my side and find out how to get creative with this shit. Let's do it. Versus, somebody else in that same position might be like, can you give me hollow instead?
It doesn't make sense.
But that situation, she takes that situation and she maximizes it. You know what I'm saying? So it's Bonnie is probably one of the easiest female battlers to work with in the game. She always holds up her end. She shows up. She promotes herself very well. And she's open-minded with the situations that these platforms and these other businesses are trying to get at her about. And I think that's what keeps her booked and keeps her in entertainment positions a little bit more than some of these girls. But that's just game for anybody that's going to listen. You can take it or not take it.
Talk.
That's the truth.
Talk. That was just a jewel. That was a jewel.
Facts.
I wish we had a dual time. Yeah, definitely. So with that said, are we getting more intergender, or are we getting more females just to grace the stage at Ahdi to event now?
Y'all got a female versus female battle that's on the September 2nd Writers Volume 1 card. And there is an intergender battle that we are trying to get situated for the card that's coming after that. The card that's coming after that is going to be 5 battles plus a 1SK, or maybe 2 1SKs. And right now, 3 battles of that card are already locked in. So we already know what we're doing for our next 2 cards. So that card is almost done. But the intergender battle that we're working on for that one is definitely mean. So y'all got both, hopefully. One's definitely coming and one's hopefully coming. Intergender's hopefully coming, and female versus female is coming September 2nd on RBE.
The 1SK series, how is that going? Are we going to see more or different people that, I mean, what is the process, I guess, with it? I'm
glad you asked that, because I still get hit up every day from battlers, and sometimes they just out the loop, sometimes they ain't see the promo, sometimes they don't know what 1SK is, and I totally understand that. But Lawrence runs that. I call 0 shots when it comes to 1SK. I do not step on that man's feet. Shota don't step on that man's. We're the co-owners of Red Bull Entertainment. We do not step on that man's feet when it comes to the 1SKs, and he's doing a great job with it. You know what I'm saying? Actually, on the September 2nd card for Writers Volume 1, what he did was he created a 3-rounder, and he took 2 people from previous 1SKs kind of to give him like a more solid look, a full battle now. You know what I mean? So he's doing both. He's on some of the cards, you know what I'm saying, he's putting 2 1SK battles on it. That's 4 new faces. But for this one, people that had previous 1SKs, he kind of graduated them to a 3-rounder. You know what I mean? So, and you never know how that turns out. They might turn out to something where we be like, yo, this guy needs a nice little push. Next battle, he needs a bigger name. Or, you know what I mean? So I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying seeing some of these new guys come in, put on. You know what I mean? Some you're gonna see run, and some, you know what I mean, hopefully the fans could just enjoy, and we'll get their footage out, and there'll be a look for them.
So you got anybody that we haven't heard of yet that's just phenomenal that you just can't wait to get on the stage?
That you haven't heard of yet?
That we haven't heard of yet.
Damn, I was just about to answer that question, but then I think I might alien. I was about to say it, but then I think I'm alienating other people that have had 1SKs. You know what I'm saying?
Because I gotta be me if I wasn't me. That Floors to Boss dude, he might have to take a little seat.
You think so?
Yeah, you have to bench him a little bit. He got to get.
What happened with Floors? Why you say that?
I don't know. He just doesn't do it. And in that one battle, he was stumbling. He wasn't really prepared. I feel like you need to put him on a back burner, let him get his stuff together before he comes back to the stage.
But I'm glad you know him. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're following him now. He's got more fans than he did prior. You know what I mean? So he's building. And I respect you saying that. Because Floors he had like 2 or 3 straight small room battles with us on Validation, I think. And then after that, we did Heavy Half. That's the battle I'm pretty sure you're talking about as far as he had some stumbles in. He hit me up after that, and he was like, yo, big bro, I apologize for that. And I told him the same thing I tell everybody. I don't care if you choke on RBE, as long as you came to your battle fully prepared with your A game. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it's like to be up on that stage. You know what I'm saying? With the lights and the fans. They don't have an easy job. So if you choke or you're stumbling around because you wasn't prepared or you didn't bring your A game, you know what I'm saying? Then I got an issue with that for any league, any battle. You know what I mean? But you can tell. We follow battle rap. We read these artists. We can watch them. We can see it. You could tell when you got somebody that showed up like, I'm here to work. I'm trying to kill this nigga. But in the moment, I'll fucking choke. Red choked in his second round. Is anybody going to tell me that he didn't come to play? People are saying it's his top 3 performances of all time versus Show Off. So he came to play, but he choked in the second round. You see what I'm saying? So Floss versus Jay Murder actually is dropping from Blood, Sweat, and Tears 5. That's dropping next. I want people to watch that battle. Tell me what you think. If you feel that Floss needs to, sharpen up on certain skills, then give him that criticism. Give him that feedback. Any real artist that's still looking to grow their talent set or whatever, they listening to criticism. They better be listening to criticism. Even some of the top guys out there, they're still fine-tuning their shit. So I respect that. So I'm just glad people's tuning into Floss because he's definitely going to be back on RBE. That's our guy. I like his talent because he's different. He's different. You know what I'm saying? Like his delivery, his style, he's comedic, his big oversized setups. I definitely fuck with him. So keep sending him that feedback. I'm pretty sure he's going to keep working.
Okay.
I like the
Let
funny
me ask,
too, man.
I do too. Floss, like I said, what I was going to say, I agree with you on that, but I was going to go into, since this is the honesty hour, I was going to ask you.
But when is it not the honesty hour? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't find a lie in any ARP interview or anywhere on the Reverend Entertainment channel. I think there's like 500 videos there at this point.
Well, no, I should call it the non-fluff hour. We just straight out with the questions.
Yeah,
now,
what else new?
How do you feel like, I feel, okay, I'm just going to say it like this. I'm kind of upset with Moneybags right now. Okay. Going back to, like you said, like we were speaking on, just basically the guys that are, pretty much you've breathe new life in. You know what I mean? Yeah, they've come back. They've been reintroduced to the new fans of this culture on the RBE platform, and then they're able to go other places and not do so well.
But if you feel that somebody we've breathed new life into them, and then they've gone somewhere else and not done so well, I'll be a hypocrite to not say once again, the good thing about people moving around is because these platforms are different. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the situation that you're being put in on RBE, matchup-wise, venue-wise, all this shit could be different. It's based on how that league is running. You know what I mean? So it's supposed to be a different outcome. I'm not saying that I want somebody to have a good battle on RBE and a bad somewhere else. You know what I mean? But the matchup could be not a situation that you could flourish in. Maybe the whole card. I mean, like it depends. I mean, I've seen plenty of people that have been on RBE and taking a loss somewhere else.
RBE, Moneybags was not supposed to lose to Prez.
At all.
But, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I got Prez winning that battle. But also, he was dealing with, I think, somebody whose back was to the wall. You know what I'm saying? Was that the Ascension card?
Yes. That was Ascension. Yep, that was Ascension.
Oh, okay. So if you put me, if I'm URL, you know what I'm saying, and I'm holding a lot of trump cards. Now, we spoke about leagues and power, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm holding a lot of trump cards and I'm telling you that you're battling on a card that's called Survivor Series or Ascension, which means that one of y'all are going to ascend, then that means that everybody on this card has their back to the wall. That might be why you saw a classic Cortez performance. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's like, hey, it makes sense. It's his logic. I didn't promote it that way. I didn't, you get a narration from Beasley in the promo. You know what I'm saying? Like, he named the card, or they named the card that. You know what I mean? It was promoted like that. Even the media picked up on it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen bloggers going back and forth, Chris and Bias and Rome DMV about that. Like, Cortez got to prove himself. No, Cortez don't got to prove himself. That's because the machine of URL being so big behind them promoting it like that, and Cortez being a legend but still in that situation. So, to answer your question, Prez might have felt like his back was to the wall. Let me have a fucking classic performance. You know what I mean? You fight anybody that feels like that in that situation, you might take a L. You know what I mean? They tell you all the time. Sometimes you back, the most sucker motherfucker in the corner. He still might shoot you in your fucking head out of fear.
Yeah, true.
So, that could have been a situation too. You know what I mean? But shout out to Moneybags. He's always been talented. I'm glad he came back in the game. I'm glad we got our work in. And I know Moneybags is talking about doing music more. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. And he he is definitely, I know him and the Barkitect, they, you know what I mean? I'm definitely on that. But I thought that we had something beautiful. You know what I mean? I was happy he was back in the game.
But let me use that as a segue. You know what I'm saying? Because if media picks up on it, and I get these what you just said, the whole breathing new life, and I'm not co-signing that for Moneybags. I'm not saying that. I can't co-sign that. To be politically correct right there. You know what I'm saying? But the fans pick up on some of that. They tweet it to me. They say it. They're in the YouTube comments. They say stuff like that. And I would suggest a platform. I mean, to battlers that when you work with these league owners in these leagues, and when you got good things going with them, make sure you keep your options open. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you never know. And you might step on your own foot by accident. You never know. Like I'm the type of person where if I really believed in my talent, I would try to have myself on, you know, all these different situations. I would try to have myself on King of the Dot, URL, RBE, like Gems or whoever, or Oops. You know what I mean? Be careful, because if you get put in a situation and then you damage your relationship or you damage your momentum with another platform, you know what I'm saying, you might be stepping on your own foot. Like, you never know. You never know. And I'm not saying that that doesn't apply to Moneybags. I think people should keep their options open. I saw some controversy, like even with Craig Lamar. I mean, he did an interview, and they asked him about battling on a particular platform, and he responded like, look, man, I'll battle there. I got no problem with it, but, you know, right now, you know, my loyalty, quote, unquote, is to RBE, and we don't even request that type of loyalty from people. But I understand his point. It's because the character of RBE, you know, the type of people that we are and the way that we move, even in a business sense and a platform sense, he's like, I'll do anything out there, but I can't remove myself from that situation and what I got over there because, you know, that's a nice situation with those type of people and those type of battles and that type of platform. And I think everybody should identify that and move accordingly and be careful with their choices. That's all.
I think people underestimate, you know, the aura of a situation too. You know, like people that treat you right, you know they're gonna treat you right. They might not be paying you as much as League A, but everything else is so dope that it ends up being a better situation.
And it's not just that, you're right. But not only do they underestimate that, but they also overestimate other situations. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't realize that how many battlers have been here today, gone tomorrow. Right. The win isn't in getting this big look today on this big card today. The win is in the consistency and the longevity. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody's going to guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you know who has that? Let's make it obvious so we can make the point. Like a Tay-Rock, okay? Win or lose or draw, you know what I'm saying? URL is going to put him on. They're going to take care of him. You know what I mean? And he's going to have a consistent career of great looks, great battles, great views. You know what I'm saying? You could say the same for like a show-off on RBE. Win, lose, or draw, he will be booked on RBE. We got him. Doesn't matter. We don't. It's not about, damn, your stock is down. Like, nah, we ain't booking you. Go to another league and get your stock back up, and then come back to us when we can sell more tickets with you. No. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, and fame is a hell of a drug. Like Jay-Z said, fame might be the strongest drug out there. So I think a lot of people live for today instead of tomorrow, and they step on their own feet all the fucking time. You know what I mean? And when you go down the list, even some top tiers get vanished. So what makes you think you wouldn't be next? Aim for consistency. Aim for something that's going to be a little bit more, you know, give you a little bit more longevity opposed to like, oh, this right here, this is big for the moment. Like, go get that big for the moment. Battle so much leagues and so much battles and so much battle is, the fans will fuck with you today and they'll be on to the next tomorrow. So be careful.
That's a fact right there.
Well, damn.
Well, that's what you got, bro?
I was trying to do my research real quick.
Writers Volume 1, September 2nd.
I thought he was about to say
something. I was trying to do my
something.
research so that I could make sure if anybody did come to me, you know, I have to always research and get my facts together just in case somebody feels a way about that comment that I made. But anyway.
Your ARP.
Sorry about
Let me ask you a question. Your ARP. How Ahdi Boom doing, man?
Ahdi Boom's doing real good. I spoke to Ahdi Boom. We email each other, you know, at least once or twice a week. Last email that I got from him was like 2 days ago. So he will be seeing that halfway house. I hate saying the date publicly like that. It's just like kind of a little bit against protocol.
Right.
We always got people, you know, that's a little too close to his business. Everybody behind the scenes that has hit us up, especially the ones that we was putting on to his ID number and everything, so they can get set up with his JPay, send him money, send him emails. Because people hear emails and like, yeah, technology has changed. Like you can actually email inmates now via JPay. I mean, you don't just have to write on pen and paper anymore. But yeah, it's like I don't want to say his dates or whatever, but he'll be back real soon. Y'all seen the shot that Old Red took at Ahdi Boom in the show-off battle. We will be looking to fulfill that. We will be looking to fulfill that. All right? You know what I'm saying? It's doing real good in there.
Future Old Red versus Ahdi Boom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shot that Old Red took, we will be looking to fulfill that. Like, you're going to have to, when he come home.
Yeah, we're going to need to see that live, man.
Yeah, all that energy that Ahdi Boom comes home with, Old Red's got to stand up to the words now in front of that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You got to stand up in front of that now. You know what I'm saying? Me and Ahdi Boom's talking about that. Talking about that, like, yo, because he been wanted. You know, that's why Old Red said that. Like he's telling Show Off this is supposed to be Ahdi Boom in front of me. It's because that battle has been spoken about on RBE prior. You know what I mean? But then I'm going back and forth with Ahdi Boom about the shot. And he's like, yeah, hey. And Ahdi Boom's actually in there writing. Like,
that's what I was about to ask. He's writing?
No, he sent me rounds. You know what I'm saying? There was a time that I went to go see him, and he spit around to me, face to face. Damn, did we put one of his? I think another one we recorded. I don't know, damn, I shouldn't say that publicly.
Right, you might not, but I think I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but yeah.
It's on the channel. He sent some shots at Suge. Somebody recorded it, and RBE ended up with the audio somehow. You know what I'm saying? We put it out. But now he's still writing. Ahdi Boom, even before he got put down, you know, he could write a round in a day easily, a battle in a day. He's one of the fastest writers in the game. It's fucking ridiculous how fast he could write a battle and remember it. But he's also doing constructive arts in there. Like he got into furniture building. You know what I'm saying? Like he's built tables and little houses and all that. And, you know, he could send it home with his family. His family could come up to the jail and pick it up, send shit home and whatnot. So he's working in there. He got a job in there. You know what I mean? Like I could keep going about Boom because I speak to him a lot. I'm not one of these people, you know what I mean, that's, you know, turn their back or whatever. Like I speak to him consistently. I went up there to see him. I saw Ahdi Boom 3 times. You know what I'm saying? I went up there to visit him 3 times. You know what I mean? So he's doing real, real good. God's blessings. And one thing I do not understand about that fucking kid, because remember, Ahdi Boom is still real young. I don't understand how he's so happy. I don't get it.
He is the most, like, joy-filled person.
You know, I've never told him this because he's there, and I don't want to, you know, I mean, come up the wrong way. But I tell people outside all the time, like, yo, this motherfucker, like, he's always smiling in there. Every time I want to see him, he's still in these emails, and he's still talking. He calls me, too. You know, we do a lot of calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, we speak on the phone a lot, too. Like, he'll call his cousin, to three with me or whatever. I'm not sure if I say that publicly either.
I was about to
killing the nigga, man.
Yeah, I know. But
you gotta be careful.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. Y'all can fucking find me a couple dollars for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't come for that. So fuck it. You know what I mean? They can find me for that. But the truth of the matter is, you know, I got this habit of almost never picking up calls that's not locked in my phone. And he knows that about me. He knows that about me. So, you know, he'll get on the phone. And it's 2 for 1. You get to speak to your fan and you get to speak to ARP, and, you know, because that's my homie right there. So we talk on the phone a lot. We email a lot. I mean, and he's just always mad happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, He's doing real good. He'll be on real soon.
At least we know that his spirit is not broken. Because that's a stand up dude. Like really. That's good. That's very good. I mean, he got some shit to look forward to, too. Big part about him.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody that, because the battle rap culture is a big part of, the young man that he is. I mean, he loves this shit. So everybody that, got an opportunity to visit him or write him, or even if they put some money on his books, or that he had a phone call with or whatever, or fan mail, whatever, shout out to all y'all, man, because, none of us want to be there. But if we was there, that's where that type of love really, really helps you get through those times. So shout out to everybody that's really holding the homie